All right, guys, bear with me for a second because I'm trying to get 4 different live streams going here at once. So if you're watching me right here, this is YouTube and Facebook. If you're watching me over here, this is TikTok. And if you're watching me over here, this is Instagram. So thanks everybody for joining us. Hey, Bill. Thanks for jumping on here. We're just going to wait for a few people to jump in here. Arnie92 joined on TikTok. Thank you for jumping in. And Ryan from Everything's Broken Garage is going to jump on here with us in a little bit to help me moderate things. The whole point of this live stream is basically to celebrate 8 years of me doing YouTube. Angie, 1750, and El Chuco, Texas has joined on Instagram. It's to help celebrate 8 years of Old Car Guy being me, doing what I do and what I've been doing on social media. So, thank you guys for joining. Katarina, thank you for joining on TikTok. So the whole point is to kind of give back. I've got some prizes to give away. I've got some samples laid out here of prizes that I want to be able to give away. And I've got buckets full of not margarine, but names of everybody who commented on that specific video of saying that, I'm in, or sometimes they didn't specifically say I'm in, but they said congratulations or something like that. I put their names in as well. Sometimes I'm sticky about the rules. Sometimes I'm not. Downtown Up and welcome. Erica Rubio and PB32 over on TikTok. Thank you guys for joining in. We've got Ford Crazy. We've got Michael Curtis. And let's see who else is joined in there. Blackjack78 has joined on Instagram. Albert County Boy, also a fellow New Brunswicker, has joined on Instagram. And if you guys are on Facebook, I'm going to try, like I said, and moderate all the chats here at once. And I've got a lot going on. And like I said, there's luckily enough StreamYard allows me to do Facebook and YouTube together. So, in the middle camera here, you guys can see me and I can moderate the chats for both. Louise Jones, thanks for jumping on there. James Legault, welcome. And King Eric, no, you can't win the Cordoba. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away a prize. I said t-shirt, but I'll give you your choice if you want a t-shirt or you want a hat from the website. And we'll be drawing those off. I do have a few samples. If you guys saw my Instagram post today, you'll see that the new OCG hats, this is a worn hat. I'll show you on the camera. It's got some distressed marks on it. This was just a sample. And if you can see through there we go. It's just an ink print. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted embroidery. So the new hats have been adjusted. I've been in contact with Printful, and they have actually got some new hats up. I've got them on the website now. So it's this one here so far, and I will have more. There's an Under Armour hat, which is more expensive, but it's a really nice kind of a ball cap. There's a trucker hat there as well. So we've got these available. I'll give you your choice if you want one of these new ones, or if you want a t-shirt. I'll show you some of the designs that I have, as well as we're going to go to the website. And once we get a few people on here, that you can actually see some of the shirts that and merchandise that I have available on the website there as well. So thanks everybody for coming in here and being a part of this. Yeah, the embroidery one, can't even talk tonight, is going to be better. Big Daddy, welcome. Your name is in the bucket, by the way. So we're going to be giving away a few prizes. If you're just tuning in now to the live stream, this is something, if you've never seen me before, Old Car Guy. If you've been following my content, my shorts, a lot of my shorts have been, am I right or am I right? Where I cast an opinion about something, how I feel. And it generally generates a lot of people talking, coming and going. not just with me, but in the comments with other people. Rusty Wrenches has joined on Instagram. So the whole point of that "Am I right or am I right?" thing was just that. I stumbled upon it. It is something that I say all the time. My wife gets mad at me when I try to convince her that I'm right. I'll admit I'm not always right, but most of the time. And so she's like, "You should use that." And we pushed to use that on my shorts, and it seemed to have taken off to a point where locally here in my town, I can be walking through the grocery store and people will be like, even people who know me, like, "Hey, Jason, am I right or am I right?" And my son and I, we went out for supper tonight down at the local pub, and the guy sitting used to work at the local Irving gas station, and that's exactly what he said. "Am I right or am I right?" So it seems to be a thing that's caught on, and a few of my videos have hit big locally, meaning a more local crowd who didn't even know that I did YouTube, kind of caught on there, and it's kind of been a big thing. So it's fun to do this. I stepped up my game doing 2 videos a day. So back in December, I said, okay, well, we're gonna step up the game. We're gonna try and do 2 videos, short ones, every day. And so that goes, it takes you from 365 videos a year to over 700. So hopefully getting more and more people out there, both or not both, but all 4 of my social media are growing. Over here on Instagram, we're growing into this, what is it, 16,000? Somebody take a look and see. I can't see it from here. And on YouTube, we're just about to hit 42,000. Facebook, we're getting close to 30,000. And over here on TikTok, I think we're in the 18,000 range up there somewhere as well. So yeah, I forget. I do know that I'm right about that. I forget a lot. My wife will tell you. So where all of this started was, I own a used car dealership here in southwestern New Brunswick, and I thought I wanted to get into the YouTube game back in 2018. I said, well, I'm going to start recording some of the things, and I started doing some reviews on cars, and they were kind of lame because they were one-sided and they were a bit biased. I've since changed and steered away from that to doing reviews on cars and telling you the good and the bad. And sometimes I'll do a vehicle, like one of the first ones I did was a Chevy Cruze. Well, we all know who and what a Chevy Cruze is and what they're all about. And people say, how can you have a conscience? That's your used car says when you're crooked, and those cars have problems. Well, all cars have problems. And when I get them at my stage, I'm the second, third, or fourth owner trying to fix them up and fix the broken things and send them back out to people who can, for affordable transportation. And I've come to the conclusion that if I didn't sell any cars that had problems, guys, I wouldn't be in business. I wouldn't be selling any cars. So we do our best to get the affordable cars, the reliable cars. Sometimes those two don't cross, affordable and reliable. But where we are, we have a huge concentration of people who they just don't have a lot of money. So we always used to be the car dealership in town, one of 5 that sold cars under 10 grand. That's how we built our business. And today it's hard to do that. There's not much good out there for under 10 grand. So the channel shifted away from so much the goings on of the car dealership to more of, the things that I do and everything that we're working on. So whether it be the Chrysler Cordoba, Panther platform cars like Grand Marquis and Town Cars and Crown Vics, to square bodies. And right now I'm working on the square body Suburban. We're getting ready to do an LS swap. That motor is back together. It's just about ready to be installed, but we got to get the small block Chevy out first. So thank you for sharing that out. I really appreciate that, Samantha, and everybody that's joining on TikTok over here, Instagram over here, and Facebook and YouTube here. Um, King Eric, the greatest of all. So if you're looking at the chat and you're on YouTube, some of these people who are in there have. Do I want to do a review on a 520,000 client? Absolutely, that'd be hilarious. Some of the people in the chat on YouTube are some of these people have been around for a long, long time. King Eric, the greatest of all, has hit almost every live stream I've ever done since its inception. Trucker Dave has been around since like almost what, Dave? Probably double digit subscriber count. He was one of the OGs. Jason Rock has been around for a while. Everything is Broken Garage. Ryan's been around for quite a while. Who else is in there? Hey, Ron, I see you're in there on Facebook. And so some of these guys have been around for a really long time. And it's kind of brings back some memories of the old school days when we used to do a live stream on every Thursday night. A friend of mine, Grant, and we used to do that. Dave says I was around 100 followers. So, you know, we've come a long way since then. Granted, it's taken us a long time to get here. But nevertheless, we're trying to build a presence, trying to build a brand. And that brand is OCG, Old Car Guy. And, you know, we figured that every once in a while, Real World Garage, thanks for joining in. We like to be able to do, you know, giveaways. And, you know, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, we did a big giveaway. When I hit 25,000 subscribers, we did a big giveaway. And I'm hoping that this year, if we can hit that 50,000 subscriber by the end of the year, that we'll do another big giveaway. And I reach out to my sponsors who have, you know, given me product and reached out to me and done things. So we've given away stuff from Phytech in the past, Tessman. There's a lot of companies out there. Forever Sharp steering wheel. We've given away quite a few steering wheels, and we just recently got Cold Case jumped on board as a partnership with Old Car Guy, and we'll be doing a radiator install with the fans and with the shroud and with the wiring for the square body. Canadian Racer Matt, thank you very much for jumping on here. Really appreciate that. And if you guys are watching this, no matter where you're watching it, whether it's over here on TikTok, goes to show where my mind's at. Whether it's over here on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, share this live stream out. And if people don't know who Old Car Guy is, introduce them. Let them know that you follow this idiot from southwestern New Brunswick who does a lot of stuff, has a lot of opinions that aren't always right. But nevertheless, we have fun. And that's kind of what it's all about. So we've been on here for 15 minutes. When will you be giving out? You're an ass, Ryan. Hi, Joanne. One of my cohorts from the Get Out and Drive podcast, fueled by AMD. Joanne, she's kind of the queen bee, the chaos coordinator over there at the Get Out and Drive podcast. AMD also had jumped on as a sponsorship deal for getting all those patch panels fixed up on the Suburban as well. And we met up with them back in May of last year at C10's The City in Atlanta. So because we have been here, I've been on for 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to Instagram, and because I think Instagram, if I remember correctly, had, unfortunately, the least amount of participants for the draw. And like I said, there's only like, all you had to do was comment on that one video. So we've only got about 8 or 10 names in there. So we are going to do this now. We are going to reach into the Tupperware dish here, the Rubbermaid, pull out a name, and that person, I will get in contact with you, and you will have your choice on whether or not you want a OCG hat. And I'm going to pull out some of my shirts that I've got here so you guys can see them. We've got the, I call this the University tee. So you see that, Old Car Guy. since 2018. And then we've got just the regular T-shirt with the logo on it. We have got the newest one. This one actually just showed up yesterday or today with my hat. The Am I Right or Am I Right? And of course, that's not showing up on YouTube because it's there we go. Am I right or am I right? You guys see that? So there's that one. And then a new one that I put together not too long ago is on the front. It's got on the front there, it's got the logo on the breast, and on the back side here, it's got the caution sign, Old Car Guy. With the, if you guys can see that, it's got the QR code. Somebody scans that, takes them right to my socials. How cool is that? But there's more shirts on there on the website. I'm going to pull that back up again so you guys can see that. So we'll start right at the top, and you'll see I got stickers. Am I right or am I right? The T-shirts. We got the new Dale Junior tees, which is kind of, we call them condiment T-shirts. So your ketchup, mustard, relish. Focus on the windshield. You guys know I end my videos by saying focus on the windshield, not the rear view mirror. Well, that's what this T-shirt is. We got the hat over here. Got gas. So Ryan can probably explain this a lot better than I can. The Got Gas T-shirt was because I ran out of gas a couple of times while I was filming, and stupid me put it out there for the world to see. And now a lot of people, they just don't let me live it down. So unfortunately, I decided, well, take advantage of that. See if we can monetize a T-shirt that says, Got Gas in that font of the old commercials that used to say Got Milk. Rambling on here a little bit too much. So anyways, we got the names in here from Instagram. I am going to reach in here and pull out a name from Instagram. And it is JS Racer. I don't know if that's going to show up there or not. You guys can't see that. JS Racer. I am going to write that down, and I will be reaching out to you in the DMs. I don't know if you're on here. I haven't seen you. But JS Racer on Instagram. I'm going to reach out to you, find out whether you want a T-shirt or the hat. And so congratulations to JS Racer. And, for being a part of this little giveaway, and also for supporting the channel, because every time I post a video, JS is almost in every single comment of those videos. So he's a faithful follower. He's been on there, and he's always commenting there as well. So just Josh, hey Josh, didn't realize I saw it there. I didn't realize it was you, but thanks for jumping in and joining the live. We're just here giving away some stuff, celebrating 8 years on social media with Old Car Guy. So I think now we've done Instagram. Thank you guys for being a part of this giveaway and being a part of Old Car Guy. We'll jump over here to TikTok, and I think I've got where's my TikTok pile? I've got to look at the names because I forgot to write it on, and I know some of these guys are my TikTok people. And no, I think that is my YouTube. That's YouTube. That's Facebook. So this must be TikTok. So my other Rubbermaid container is for TikTok. So if you guys are just joining in, we're drawing for a free T-shirt or a hat with the Old Car Guy brand on it. So we're going to reach in here. We're going to pull a name out of the hat, bucket, whatever it happens to be. And Jairus K. There's Ryan. Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Good, yourself?
Not bad. So Jairus K, I'll be reaching out to you on TikTok. So if you're not watching here now, check your DMs. I'll be in there to make sure you get your choice of your T-shirt or hat. So that was off of the TikTok social media, JARUSK. Thank you very much for playing along and being a part of this giveaway. I'll throw that over there. So how come you're late?
Home renos, finishing
Home renos.
Always home renos.
Adulting things.
Yes, even when it's not home renos, it's home renos.
How's that coming along, by the way?
Good. Hopefully move in this week. That's the plan. So fingers crossed.
Most of you guys on YouTube probably already know who this guy is. This is Ryan from Everything is Broken Garage. Ryan has been around my channel for a long time as well. In
Furniture
fact,
at this point.
He's pretty much a fixture. And he also, if you go over to the website and you see all that stuff, Ryan is responsible for that. Ryan put together a website for me, and the ability to be able to sell the merchandise and do all that stuff. So I really appreciate that.
No problem. We just finished our official Canadian Patreon replacement. So that is coming in the not too distant future. So.
Awesome. And that's something I've been kind of holding off for a while on, that form of membership. And we'll be doing some exclusive content for members or for patrons. So hopefully we'll be able to put something together for you guys in the near future with that as well. When is a good time to visit business hours? Ron, if you're in this area, the shop is open Monday to Thursday, 8:30 till 5. And Fridays we're there from 8:30 to noon. So
I thought you were going to say you got Fridays off. It was my goodness.
Oh, no.
3-day weekends.
We don't do Fridays off, but we do take half a day on Friday. So
okay. Now, when the after lunchtime, do the employees get to work on their own stuff? Is that kind of one of the things they can pull their own stuff in after hour kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. But my guys generally, they're pretty excited to get a start on the weekend.
For sure.
But they both have keys, so if they want to come in on the weekends and do their own thing, that's what I gave them those keys for. So
awesome.
It's one of the if I'm not in there myself, taking advantage of that the hoist or what have you.
The big question is, when are you getting a lift in your own garage?
Well, I'm putting that off as long as possible.
You're waiting for Wildfire to sponsor you, aren't you?
Maybe.
Or
Benpack Wildfire. I would love to have a 4-post that is movable like the Wildfires, just simply because when it comes to storage time, I can get 2 in the place of 1.
Right.
So, but that would be the only reason why I'd want a hoist in my own garage, just for storage, not necessarily.
How tall are the ceilings there? I always forget. Are they 12
10
foot?
and a half.
10 and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to squeeze very small car up top, and then probably like the Cordoba underneath, or the.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think even if I had the Cordoba on the top, I could get that all the way up, and then probably sneak the Suburban underneath of it if I had to.
Which one leaks more oil? That's all.
Oh, the Chevy, of course. All right, so we've done the we've done the Instagram giveaway. We've done the the TikTok giveaway. I think we're going to move on to the YouTube, only because YouTube, surprisingly, we didn't have that many people. I think there's only about 18 names in there from that contest request. And then when it comes to Facebook, I don't know if you can see all those names in there, but there's quite a charge in there. I think I counted 78 names or something like that.
Wow.
On Facebook. So we're going to save that to the end. But we are going to do the giveaway for YouTube. So I've got all those names that commented that they were in on the giveaway. And so let's get a drum roll, please. Reach in there and we're going to pull out. Can't read my own handwriting.
Congratulations. Everything's broken garage. Congratulations.
Yeah. Jeannie Sant 4791 was the username. So Jeannie, I will be reaching out to you. I'm going to write that name down. and I'll be reaching out to you tomorrow. And so what we're going to do here, guys, too, is if I reach out to these people who have won and I don't get a response within, say, what's a good amount of time to wait, like 30 days?
Yeah, I was going to say 2 weeks, a
2
fortnight.
weeks. Okay, let's say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I don't get a response back from any of these guys within those 2 weeks, I'll draw another name and I'll reach out to you guys, because sometimes it's not fair to say you're going to give something away and then not be able to do it.
For sure.
Sometimes it's out of your control too.
Also true.
So we will take Jeannie's name, put it over there, throw that in this card. And I just figured I didn't want to be on here all night because it's still a weeknight. And I just figured we would do this fairly close. Colin Friesen. So over on TikTok, this man has been commenting literally on every video since, I can't remember, Colin, how long you've been following me over here. But literally every stinking video. If he's not the first, he's almost always the first person. And sometimes he actually comments more than once. Sometimes he'll comment on somebody else's comment. So if I remember correctly, he's Canadian because he's always got the Canadian flag. He loves to go camping. He shares some of his stuff on his TikTok. So if you guys aren't following Colin, he's got some pretty cool content over there too. So Colin Friesen, Friesen. Thank you, Colin, for all the support. It's always a pleasure opening up first thing when you wake up in the morning, check your messages, see who's been commenting. And like I said, Colin's usually one of the first ones who's always been on there. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We've also got Joanne is saying, what are we saying, Joanne? We'll put it up there so everyone can see that you guys are going live on Whatnot in a few minutes to try and sell some Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
So if Joanne, if you can leave a link somewhere, we'll send people over there. If you don't mind doing that, you might have to go over to YouTube to do that, and I can copy and paste. Brent Wooten, I remember writing his name down. He's in there as well. He says that love the channel. Nice to see a Canadian auto content creator. I assume you are a tech turned salesman or just an enthusiast. So I'm not a licensed tech. I'm not a mechanic. Everything I have is either self-learned or learned from my dad or just learning along the way. Am I smart when it comes to mechanics? Mechanics, yes. Tech, no. Ryan can attest to that. I don't do a lot of tech very well. But I
would also say reading gas gauge is probably not one of your strong suits.
Oh, give it up, Ryan. Gas gauge. And you guys will have to pardon me because the reason why I canceled the Friday night was because I was sick as a dog. I come down with this friggin' head cold, and I'm still just kind of trying to get over it. And I couldn't even hardly talk without coughing. So I said, well, I'm not going to do that live stream. I'll put it off. And Jason Rock, who follows me on every platform, messaged me probably on every platform. Wait, how come you haven't done the giveaway yet? Life has happened over the last week or so. For those who don't know, my wife has been in the hospital for a week. And the hospital is not in town. It's like it's over an hour away. So I only go up like every other day after work or on the weekend. So hopefully the word is she's coming home tomorrow. Nothing serious at this point. So
glad to hear.
Happy to have her home. Do you need a license in New Brunswick to fix cars? No, but if you're doing it for the public, yes. You have to have a license. And even if you're working in a garage, even if you're just an oil change, exactly. Even if you're just an oil change tech, there has to be at the very least a licensed mechanic within the building for you to even work there.
That is not the rule, however, in Newfoundland.
No. You can just be Joe Blow and
I'm not sure about the mechanic thing. I know but for the oil change thing, there doesn't have to be a tech in the building.
Yeah. So
may have to be a tech on employment, but I don't think he has to be in the building.
Yeah, Glenn Nickerson. So Glenn is another faithful follower. He's been following me on YouTube for a long time, and actually, he's sent me some shirts in the past too. He says, "I'm not a mechanic, but I play one on YouTube." So, hi.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Kettle, this is Pot.
Yeah, but you know what? At my age, I've been in the automotive business industry pretty much my whole life. My dad owned a transmission shop for many years, and as a kid, that's kind of where I grew up. My days off, after school, whatever, I was down there learning things. How to take transmissions out, how to put them back in. Dad always did the rebuilding. Graduate to being able to tear them down, learn what different parts are, stuff like that. But to this day, I would never, ever tear a transmission apart myself without him over my shoulder. And of course, he's been out of the business for 25 years now. He sold that business back 26 years, sold it in the summer of 2020.
2000.
Yeah, shit. Yep. 2000. Math.
Jason does math.
It's the Sudafed mixed with the beer. So, all right. So it's 9:31. Let's do the let's do the Facebook giveaway now. Your odds, if you were on Facebook and you put your name in there, your odds of winning are far less because there were so many names. There were so many people on Facebook that commented. And so it took me a while to write all those names down and get the little pieces of paper cut up. Oh, I just dropped somebody. I'm not even going to look at it because I don't want to jinx that person.
We won't tell Jason that he could easily have exported that to an Excel spreadsheet and did a random check in Excel. We won't tell him.
Right, but the reason why I did it this way is because this way it's tangible.
Sure.
And I'm every time I do a giveaway, people complain that I've done something wrong and that I should have done it this way. It's like, look, we're going old school. Pen and paper, scissors, and a margarine container. Okay. So
old man shakes fist at cloud.
You don't get much simpler than that. And both hands, there's nothing in them. Okay. I'm going to pick up the container with one hand. I'm going to go into the container with the other and pull out a name. And we are going to draw for our Facebook prize. And the winner over there is Jill Richard. How weird is it that I pulled 50% of the names were women and like 98% of my followers are guys? Luck is on your side, ladies. So Jill Richard from Facebook. Thank you very much. And we'll be reaching out to you guys. If you're here, Jill, if you're in the comments, let us know. And we got our names. I'll be posting those winners once I confirm with them that they're actually ready to receive something and go and pick out their prize. And I'll make sure I get that ordered and mailed off to you guys. So again, thank you so much for being a part of Old Car Guy and this whole family thing. And I don't want to sound douchey and say, oh, OCG Nation. Yeah, we're not about that. But we do have quite a following of regular people. And on all my videos, there's a lot of familiar names that come up there all the time. So I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to end the Instagram feed. So thank you guys for joining in. Whoops, sorry, I dropped you. Thank you for joining in. There's only been a couple of people watching over there, but we will continue on this live stream as normal on YouTube for a few more minutes. TikTok, same thing with you guys. Kyle Brown's asking me if you can stop out to the shop and buy a shirt. I wish I could, Kyle, because I don't stock my merchandise It's all done basically made to order. Yet my goal is that in the very near future is to start choosing a couple of things. Hats is one thing I want to stock on a regular basis. So get the hats perfected and have a stockpile of those here, and a few of the popular t-shirts. Get them done and keep them right in stock. So as of right now, no, unfortunately not. But if you go into the description of this video on Facebook or on YouTube, there's a link there. You can head on over there and you can order it. The wait time is not that long. Usually it's about a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe at the most for the fulfillment. And as long as there's no bad weather, we know what that's been like lately. Everything should happen very, very, very quickly. So, Brian Hyman, thanks for getting things, keeping things real and genuine. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for joining. I remember writing your name down too, Brian, from Facebook. Louise, I saw her. Yeah, there you go. Ryan just copied and pasted that into the chat on YouTube. So if you guys see that there. It's always in the description box of every long form video that I do on YouTube. So it's if you can't find it, message me. I'll link it to you, or just go over to YouTube and find it over there. It's posted all the time. Yeah. So the next video that we're doing is we've got to figure out a way to run the fuel lines on the LS. That's just going to be a quick video, but nevertheless, it's something that I'm planning on doing for Saturday. Next weekend, hoping to be able to get the Suburban over to the shop and yank out the drivetrain so that we can start cleaning things up, and if there's any repairs or grease or whatever that needs to be cleaned, get all that stuff figured out and get it pushed back over into my shop so that we start working on getting the LS engine dropped in and get the 4L80. I still got to get that built. I got a fellow who said he's going to rebuild it for me. I still got to get that done real quick.
I was going to ask, have you had the transmission rebuilt yet?
No, but it came out of a working vehicle. The guy told me when he sold it to me, he says, "Look, I have no doubt that you could just pop that in." He says, but he says the last time it was serviced was probably about 100,000 kilometers ago. So,
and I mean, while you're there, you might want to put a kit in it, make it a little bit more spicy.
Well, I do. I've got a shift kit, torque converter, of course, all the gaskets and O-rings and seals and everything that comes as a part of that. But my old man is a retired transmission mechanic, but he hasn't touched really a transmission, like I said, in 25 to 26 years. He's quite hesitant to tear that apart and try and put it back together for me. Just the muscle memory is not there anymore. And even though things may come back, he just didn't want to take the chance. Destroyer 1320. There's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Appreciate you coming in here. He says, be sure to hit that like button. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Let everybody know that you're enjoying the live stream. Volume. So appreciate that, guys. I'm going to kind of end things here. One last time, thank you for being a part of Old Car Guy and everything that I'm doing over here. Not trying to make it big, just trying to make it happen. It's we're not full production. We don't have camera crews and script writers and any of that stuff. We don't even have editors. I wish I did some days, but nevertheless, just a grumpy old guy trying to put some videos together and entertain you guys. And I hope that's exactly what I'm doing. And if you have any ideas for an Am I Right or Am I Right type of video, you want to hear my take on it, hit me up in the DM, send it over to me. I'm always looking for ideas. When you're putting 2 videos per day out of some of that content, sometimes it's tough to figure out something new that you haven't already done. But nevertheless, it's always good to have the ideas, and coming from you guys, it really helps us well. So Midwest Panther 98 follows me for my Panther content, which I haven't put a lot out, but bear with me. I do have I got a new timing set. in my wife's car. So once we get this LS thing out of the way, yes, we're going to be doing the timing. And that's it is a quick weekend job on those cars. Not too bad. So thank you guys for joining me for this live stream over here on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And we really appreciate it. And I hope that, if you do appreciate the content, no matter how disturbing or wrong or opinionated it may be, we do purposely keep it non-political. I do try to appease everybody. If you don't know where I stand on certain things, you probably don't know me very well anyway. Most of you probably do. So we try to keep the politics and religion out of it to make it more open to everybody. And if you go into the comments,
Jason, hold on. I think I've heard you pray before when you hit yourself with a hammer or the wrench slips. I'm pretty sure I've heard you pray.
You've probably heard some some words, yes. Nonetheless, that's the whole point. I do my very best to keep it family friendly. Yes, once in a while, an inappropriate word may slip out of there once in a while, but nevertheless, we keep it fun, we keep it clean. Thank you guys for bringing us this far over the last 8 years, and hopefully we can keep it going. So, Brian, thanks for joining me, by the way, even though it was a little bit late. That was fun to get together, and we'll have to do a Friday or Saturday night live stream here again real soon. Two bald guys, two old guys in flannel. I say bald. I'm getting there.
You're getting there. I've just accepted it, and
well, I've combed mine forward, so
I just shaved mine off now. It's just gone.
there you go.
Embrace
All
it.
right. So thanks again. King Eric says, am I snowed in here? No, we didn't get that much. Not like Southern Maine got.
No, don't.
We get about 8 or 9 inches here. We're supposed to get that again on Sunday, this coming Sunday. We're not at the point of not being able to put snow anywhere as yet. So we can take, no, I'm not going to say it. But yeah, there's a lot of places got hit really hard. Southern Maine, there's one place, York, Maine, registered 27 point something inches.
Wow.
So
over 2 feet.
Yeah. So they can keep that, but I'm sure that everybody and a lot of the states that don't normally get snow got snow.
Yeah. I was watching what's his name? Pole Barn Garage. They had snow in Pole Barn Garage West, which is like the desert. How often does it snow in the desert?
Well, believe it or not, of course, New Mexico is different, but in Arizona, like Flagstaff is at altitude,
so right? So they get it from
they get regular winters there.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, anyways, let's end this so that everybody can go about their business and head off to bed. So thank you guys for being a part of Old Car Guy, and we'll see you tomorrow morning with another Am I Right or Am I Right? Oh, gotta hit the end stream button first.